And we're black.
Blackity black. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy WordPlay TJ.
And this is one of the blackest podcasts in America, the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything Negro for no reason at all.
Black History Month, y'all. Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
The celebration of somebody black. We came here to talk about Killer Mike and his Grammy sweep. Don't call him a janitor, but he did that. And at the 66th Annual Grammy Awards, according to Fader, he has won 3 different trophies. One for Best Rap Album for Michael, Best Rap Song, Scientists and Engineers, and also Best Rap Performance for the same song, Scientists and Engineers, featuring Andre 3000, Future, and Aaron Allen Kane.
I ain't got to beat y'all up. It's good. I did not want to have to start Black History Month with beating up old music execs for not doing the right thing.
You think the music execs did it? We'll get to that later. But you did call it, right? You called it several months ago when we first reviewed this album. So if you want to check out that review, please go to our YouTube channel, No Rhyme or Reason Podcast, and check out what we said about Killer Mike's album. The fact that he swept in this category but didn't sweep the album of the year piece is not a sad thing.
No,
but it is a little disappointing. But at the same time, the point of this conversation is to say you said it, and now you don't have to be upset about it.
And I ain't got to be upset, and we get to celebrate Black excellence during Black History Month in a way that I think is, now again, he won the categories that are for us, but he won those categories so convincingly with the album that was so perfectly orchestrated that each piece of it, from the instrumentation, every vocal piece you hear is just vibrant and lives. Like this is one of those that you just couldn't argue with. Like no matter who else would have been in the category, I don't think it would have even been close.
I think what he did with this album is he took the time and he invested the revenue as an independent artist, right? Like let's get that clear. Killer Mike is an independent artist that partners with distribution and other companies in order to kind of help him do the work. But he is investing his own money into these crafts. He's not taking a label advance or things of that nature in order to make this happen. And that same investment goes into these Grammy wins. And again, I'll talk about that later and how that works. That craftsmanship, that dedication has a return effect. When you put that amount of energy, when you sow those seeds, when you do the work that is the meaningful work, oftentimes you see the results of it. And sometimes it can happen in 2 years, like Mike has said. He took 2 years to make it. And sometimes it can happen in 2 weeks, like what happened with the Blueprint. It's just all, but the outcome is the same. The focus is the same. We're gonna make this. We're gonna keep what resonates, throw out what doesn't, and continue to revise and edit as we go along.
It's just such a big statement. I mean, coming from the South, bro, it's just it feels like we won. It feels like our life experience won, and it's won before. You know, Outkast does have Grammys, but it's just so refreshing to see yourself and to see the life you've lived and the way your life feels resonate at an award stage. And I know this isn't like the end all be all to like us wanting to win in the way that we feel that we should win, so on and so forth. But in this moment, bro, it just shines and feels great.
You know what is synonymous to this for me? The feeling of when 3-6 won those Oscars.
Yes.
Right?
Good point.
It is the South encapsulated in human beings that know their craft, know what they do well, and then they come out and they make art that just resonates, and then you see them awarded for that art.
Congratulations to you, Killer Mike. Shout out to you. You have always been somebody I've respected, and you always respect people, and I see that a lot around, especially how you interact with your fans. We appreciate you. We celebrate you, and this is an amazing win for the South.
But then it turns. It turns, and
well, just TJ. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Hold up.
Okay.
Don't go off on it.
Okay. All right, man. Calm down.
Let's set the stage.
All right, set the stage. Set it up.
What I want the audience to feel is what I believe might have been that feeling that Mike had. Mm-hmm. We can't confirm. We can't deny. He hasn't spoken much about the ordeal outside of publishing a statement from his folks and himself. But at the point where he's winning these awards and getting crowned for who he is and the work that he's done, there comes a report that comes up that says Killer Mike arrested at crypto.com arena. And we're like, I'm on the text message. I'm like, what? Is this a moment where like this stuff is happening again to us, so to speak? Mm-hmm. And so that headline hits out. A few days later, we hear from Killer Mike and his team, and according to Associated Press, Killer Mike says an overzealous security guard contributed to the physical altercation that led to the arrest after the rapper and activist won 3 awards at the Grammys. And so it seems like Killer Mike was trying to get to a destination. This security guard was saying that you don't belong in this destination, seemingly not knowing that Killer Mike actually belonged there and was trying to get to where he's meant to go. Allegedly, Killer Mike pushed through this person, kept on going, and the person tried to do a citizen's arrest, which is wild, right?
It's nuts.
This is very like kind of Karen-esque type of situation here.
You're a big Chad, bro.
Well, we don't know who they are. Allegedly, it's a woman. The fact that this individual decided to take it upon themselves to say where somebody belongs, I get it, right? You're seemingly doing your job, but at the same time, like, it's not that big of a deal.
During Black History Month, that's what you want to be doing.
You don't need to arrest anybody for being in the wrong place at the Grammys.
Single me out, TJ. What's wrong with you? Who raised you? Really? Black history? Like, you can't, like, and I get it. Like, I don't know your ethnicity, but if you happen to be of the same, skin folk, whatever, like, I know sometimes people come in and be trying to get, a little favor, like, hey, let me in. We all, not, but like, did you see that man's tux? Did you see it? Killer Mike is very recognizable. He's a tall, hulking man. And it's Black History Month. We can't get out of jail free card in this month? Come on, man.
What I think matters is that this individual has now said that they're the authority and then called the quote unquote authorities, right? And then the Academy allowed this to happen, right? Mm-hmm. So this person is employed by either the arena or the Academy themselves, and didn't intervene in the situation in a way that would be redemptive for Mike. Because I think Mike is the one that should have been protected in this situation.
I agree. And I mean, I appreciate his basic silence of not really talking about the situation, because at the end of the day, I'm not even going to allow this to take away from the fact that it's time to celebrate this man, bro. Like, no matter what you feel about him politically, no matter what you feel about him, even in regards to this situation, he did something that's amazing. He's doing things that are amazing, and he still loves his people. And that's something that is going to be celebrated. Like, we're speaking about it just because, like, it happened and it annoys us a lot, because we have a lot of thoughts about just being black in America, being in a situation where it's like you seeing a person and feeling intimidated by him. Like on top, like it doesn't even matter what, like however it escalated, it comes from that to me.
We want to hear what Jay-Z's speech has to do with this. So we're gonna play a bit of it, and then we're gonna react to it. This is Jay-Z winning the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award officially on air. So we're gonna play, like I said, play a bit of this and then react to it. Let's listen. When I get nervous, I tell the truth.
Listen, that was one of those moments where it's like you see the magnitude. So Jay-Z's winning Dr. Dre's Impact Award or whatever, and you can see it on his face, just like the not confusion, but like the mixed emotions. Like, I'm happy to be here, but there are things that are not going on or not going correctly. It is preposterous to me that the person who's won the most Grammys does not have an album of the year, because it's like I've won the most out of anybody, which means out of all the categories, because she exists in different categories, whether it's pop, R&B, because they don't normally always just put her in R&B or whatever. Features with the people, with some of the people or a lot of the people that y'all even give awards to in other categories. It's one of those things where I wonder what it is we actually expect from the Grammys. Do we earnestly expect to win in this place that is not, much like you said earlier, in terms of the numbers, represented by us? Do we want our awards or award shows and things that the nation to feel like the Grammys? Or do we want it to feel so unapologetically us that the people who are on the other side ain't gonna come watch it no way?
What we keep striving for is for subjective taste to change in a culture that's not our culture.
That's a bar.
It's just not our culture, right? No matter how many people go to the Renaissance tour, they don't live in our world. They don't experience the world in the ways that we see it. So when the music comes out, the music that resonates with them is the music that resonates from their lens. And so having a different expectation of human beings to do something that's outside of their lens is like trying to tell somebody that sees the sky as green to say that it's blue.
Shout out to all the winners. Shout out to the Recording Academy and all of that. And shout out to each and every one of you. Happy Black History Month. We blackity blackity black 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 black. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you with our next piece, a 1 and a 2 and peace.